responsible for giving women ovarian cancer from talcum powder? Two lawsuits says it's pharmaceutical giant Johnson & Johnson, and there's a call for the company to pull the powder from store shelves. Now, joining me to talk about this is lead attorney Ted Meadows of the Beasley Allen Law Firm. And first of all, let's find out, what do you want Johnson & Johnson to do?
Well, ultimately, Art, as an attorney, I want them to compensate my clients for the pain and suffering that they've been through and being diagnosed with ovarian cancer. But I know that in talking to all these women, and as a true believer in our civil justice system in this country, it's a way to get the powerful to do what they should do. And for Johnson & Johnson, it's decades in the making. They should have been warning about the risk of ovarian cancer from genital talc use as early as the 1982 time frame. So that's what we want to see happen.
Right. Ted, I want to put something up on the screen and show people about the impact of ovarian cancer. We're told that about 22,280 will receive a new diagnosis of ovarian cancer. About 14,240 women will die from ovarian cancer. And ovarian cancer ranks 5th in cancer deaths. Speak to that for me.
Yeah, I mean, ovarian cancer is it's a diagnosis that oftentimes comes too late. So many women confuse their symptoms with other issues in their lives, and they get a late diagnosis. Our experts and epidemiologists who've been studying this for decades say that 10% of those numbers is directly attributable to genital talc use. So Johnson & Johnson baby powder is causing 10% of these new diagnoses each year.
Now, you've won awards to the tune, two different awards to the tune of $112 million, but you also want them to pull the talcum powder from the store shelves, getting pushback from that because they'll lose a lot of money. Yeah,
I mean, you know, our beef is with using talcum powder in the genital area. Talcum powder is used in a lot of different types of products, but there's no science to say that it causes problems in other parts of the body. But it certainly causes problems with ovarian cancer. I think it should be pulled from the shelves, but at a minimum, women should be allowed to make an informed choice as to how they're going to use the product.
Those awards are out there, those two big awards out there, but you're still getting calls and still taking calls from women, right?
That's right. Thousands of calls. We've had well in excess of 10,000 calls over the last 2 years about this, and of course the calls have picked up since these verdicts have come down and juries have seen the evidence, and they've called on Johnson & Johnson to start warning. And yeah, we're getting calls every day, and we're continuing to investigate cases to see if we can prosecute for women who are interested.
Okay, I'm sure a lot of women who are going through this are really glad that you're out there fighting for them. Ted Meadows, thank you so much for coming in and talking about this.
Thank you, Art.
We appreciate it.